people sacrifice this one thing, thinking they can make up for it in the future. But in reality, it's quite the opposite. Health. This crucial factor is something people tend to overlook and put aside in pursuit of money, but that is detrimental. This Reddit story depicts a sad story of someone who, in the pursuit of wealth, sacrificed all their health to obtain it. In this subreddit, a user by the name of Subject Beef posted a PSA on why you shouldn't neglect your health to build wealth. I was painfully reminded this week of a relative who had worked hard all of her life but neglected to maintain her. I was painfully reminded this week of a relative who had worked hard all of her life but neglected to maintain her health and is now experiencing an extremely poor quality of life. She's tethered to an oxygen tank 24/7 and barely able to leave her house, save for the short ride to the dialysis center 3 times a week for a treatment of her type 2 diabetes. Her health is so poor, even if there was an available kidney for transplant, they wouldn't give it to her due to the low probability of her surviving and recovering from the operation. She's relatively young, but both her and her husband, who recently passed away from coronary disease, focus on their careers and didn't pay attention to their health. She's literally waiting for her body to stop functioning, and it's so sad to witness, especially when knowing that all her dreams she and her husband worked for will never be realized. Please don't let this become you. I know some people become overly obsessive about the accumulation of wealth above else, but it's not worth it if you sacrifice your health in the process. As someone who has maintained my health into the middle age, being healthy is more important to me than money. It's easy to neglect your health when you're on your FI journey, but in my opinion, staying healthy and fit is much more difficult than getting rich. While you can automate money, while you can automate many of your savings and investing habits, it takes active effort to eat right and exercise every day. As I get older, being fit has provided me with a much greater sense of accomplishment than achieving my financial milestone. Young people tend to have more health, and old people tend to have more wealth, but life is so much sweeter when you have both. Plus, when you're staying active and making fitness a priority, you're less likely to feel bored with life once stops work. You're less likely to feel bored with life once work stops consuming the majority of the time, as you slash Jason Long 1212 and other active redditors can attest to. Remember, it's much more difficult to regain your health once you lost it than to maintain it as you go through life. So please don't neglect it. In the top 5 regrets of the dying by Bronnie Ware, one of the top regrets was, I wish I hadn't worked so hard. She explains how patients deeply regretted sacrificing their health and family life in pursuit of money and career and status. You can always make more money, but not more time. People tend to take for granted the things that they got for free. Their mind, their body, their family. You can lose a house, millions of dollars, a car, and you can still get these things all right back. But your family, the opportunities to spend time with them, the memories that can be created, your health, once they are gone, they're gone. Now, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't work hard and whatnot. You still got bills to pay, of course. But increasing your wealth doesn't mean you have to decrease your health. Just start taking an active role to take more care of your health. You'd be surprised with how much more your life improves when you better your health.